All right, y'all ready? Hello everyone, and welcome to the weigh-ins for our spectacular event tomorrow night on HBO Boxing. Our main event features Timothy Desert Storm Bradley against Brandon Rios. Thanks to everyone here in attendance. I'm Christina Poncher, and everyone watching streaming worldwide on toprank.com. We're going to get started with the weigh-in shortly. We're going to weigh in the co-main event and then the main event second. So if you don't have your tickets, there are still some tickets available at the Thomas and Mack Center for tomorrow. Doors open at 3 p.m. and the first fight is at 3:30. Then we go live on HBO World Championship Boxing at 6:30. So get your tickets. And as always, our undercard fights will be streaming live on toprank.com. So on your tablet, your phone, your computer, you can log in and watch the undercards and then switch it on over to HBO for the main event. I know these guys are anxious to get on the scale, so let's get started. I'm going to send it over to my partner, Lupe Contreras. Lupe?
Ladies and gentlemen, it's my great pleasure to welcome you to Win Las Vegas here on the biggest stage in professional boxing. Las Vegas, Nevada. It is Bradley versus Rios going worldwide tomorrow night on HBO. But as Christina said, we welcome to the stage our co-featured bout of the evening out of San Luis Potosí, Mexico, Rómulo Cuasicha, facing off against one of the most highly decorated amateurs of all time and now world champion, the WBO World Featherweight Champion, Vasily High-Tech Lomachenko. Lomachenko, Cuasicha, 12 rounds or less for the featherweight world title. First on the scale, out of San Luis Potosí, Rómulo Cuasicha. Again, ladies and gentlemen, one of the most highly anticipated showdowns of the year, Bradley versus Rios, our main event, tomorrow night at the Thomas and Mack Center. But this is our co-feature. As we said, one of the finest boxers in the sport, facing off against Rómulo Cuasicha on the scale. 125.6 pounds, 125.6 for the challenger out of San Luis Potosí, Mexico, Rómulo Cuasicha. Up next on the scale, two-time Olympic gold medalist, now the defending WBO featherweight champion of the world, fighting out of Odessa, the Ukraine. High-tech Vasily Lomachenko weighing in. $125.6 pounds, 125.6. The official weight for the defending world champion. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a fight. Tomorrow night, opening up the HBO broadcast, it is Lomachenko Cuasicha for the WBO World Featherweight Championship. Again, if you don't have your tickets in hand quite yet, make sure you get them. A select few remaining for tomorrow night. A great venue to see boxing live right here in the capital of the sport, Sin City, Las Vegas, Nevada, the Thomas and Mack Center. Once again, proudly presented to you by Bob Arum's Top Rank Incorporated, along with La Cerveza Tecate, the taste of triumph. Win Las Vegas and going worldwide on HBO as well as toprank.com. Ladies and gentlemen, as we all know, Mexico has produced a long line of great world champions. Looking to add his name to the list out of San Luis Potosí, Rómulo Cuasicha facing off against one of the most highly decorated, one of the finest boxers in the sport, two-time Olympic gold medalist, the reigning WBO featherweight world champion out of Odessa, the Ukraine, Vasily High-Tech Lomachenko. It is our co-feature tomorrow night on HBO. and gentlemen, making their way onto the stage, one of the most highly anticipated showdowns of the year. These two men have never backed down from a challenge, and tomorrow night inside the ring at the Thomas and Mack Center live on HBO, the main event. They go 12 rounds for the WBO World Welterweight Champion. The challenger, former world champion Brandon Bam Bam Rios out of Oxnard, California. Facing off against the defending 5-time world champion out of Palm Springs, California, Desert Storm, Timothy Bradley. It is Bradley versus Rios. Our main event tomorrow night, once again, proudly presented to you by Bob Arum's Top Rank Incorporated, along with La Cerveza Tecate and Wynn Las Vegas on the scale. The challenger, Bam Bam Brandon Rios, weighing in. $147.2, the current weight for Bam Bam Brandon Rios. 147.2 officially right now. Ladies and gentlemen, currently Brandon Rios is 0.2 pounds over the contracted 147-pound limit. He will be permitted 1 hour to lose the excess weight. Once again, the official weight currently 147.2 for Brandon Rios. He has 1 hour to drop the excess weight. Next on the scale, ladies and gentlemen, the defending champion 5 times. He has claimed the belt, and he'll be weighing in right now out of Palm Springs, California. He has a new team, but the same old warrior mentality. It is Desert Storm Timothy Bradley on the scale. 146 pounds, 146. The official weight for the defending champion. Desert Storm Timothy Bradley. Once again, it's our main event tomorrow night, going live worldwide on HBO. Proudly presented to you by Bob Arum's Top Rank Incorporated, La Cerveza Tecate, the Taste of Triumph. Our host, Wynn Las Vegas, and the venue is the Thomas and Mack Center right here on the biggest stage in professional boxing, Sin City, Las Vegas, Nevada. Make sure you get your tickets. See it live tomorrow night. Ladies and gentlemen, two of the most crowd-pleasing fighters in the sport go toe-to-toe tomorrow night at the Thomas and Mack Center. Make sure you get your tickets. It is going live worldwide on HBO, but there's nothing quite like seeing world-class professional world championship boxing live, and you have your chance to do so tomorrow night. Here in the capital of the sport, it is Bradley versus Rios. The WBO World Welterweight title, 12 rounds or less, as these gentlemen go toe-to-toe tomorrow night right here in Sin City. These two fighters have never backed down from a challenge, and I guarantee you they don't plan to start tomorrow night. Thomas and Max Center, they get into the ring live on HBO. It is the main event, the WBO World Welterweight title, the defending champion, five-time world champion Desert Storm Timothy Bradley against former world champion Bam Bam Brandon Rios. Again, ladies and gentlemen, get your tickets now. Head on out to the box offices. The Thomas and Max Center is the venue. Our main event tomorrow evening going live on HBO.
Here with the champ, Timothy Desert Storm Bradley. Your opponent has to lose a little bit of weight, so he's not going to be doing an interview, but you're still calm and focused, but you had something to say to him over there. What did you say?
None. I just told him good luck tomorrow. That was all I said to him.
You talked about being a smart monster. That seemed to be the theme of the interviews all week. For the fans that don't understand what you mean by that, why don't you tell them what they should expect from Tim Bradley tomorrow night?
Well, you've seen how tough I am. I can take a punch. I bounce back from any situation in the ring. I get the job done any way I possibly can. But now I got a new motto, smart monster. That monster still will be in that ring, but he'll be a lot smarter this time around.
All right, get your tickets. It's going down tomorrow night. Thank you, Tim. Appreciate you.
Thank you very much.
All right. Lupe, let's continue.
Ladies and gentlemen, we continue with the official weigh-in. Part of our prelims tomorrow evening, 10 rounds in the middleweight division. He is the former 2012 Olympic gold medalist, now undefeated pro, 7-0, 5 KOs. Out of Tokyo, Japan, Ryota Murata facing off against his most rugged test to date. Out of Tauranga, New Zealand, Gunnar Jackson. Jackson, Murata, 10 rounds or less in the middleweight division. Ladies and gentlemen, first on the scale, the 2012 Olympic gold medalist out of Tokyo, Ryota Murata weighing in. £161.2 pounds, 161.2. For the undefeated former Olympic gold medalist, Ryota Murata. Facing off against his toughest challenge to date out of New Zealand, this is Gunnar Jackson weighing in. £161.8 pounds, 161.8. The official weight for Gunnar Jackson, Jackson Murata, 10 rounds or less in the middleweight division, part of our prelims tomorrow night. Remember, you can catch him on TopRank.com, proudly presented to you by Bob Arum's Top Rank Incorporated, along with La Cerveza Tecate, the taste of triumph. Our host, Win Las Vegas, and the venue tomorrow evening, it is the Thomas and Max Center again. If you don't have your tickets in hand quite yet, make sure you get them. Some of the top prospects in the sport facing off against their most rugged competition to date. One example, here on stage, the former Olympic gold medalist, now undefeated pro, facing off against the rugged Gunnar Jackson, about that has an international feel. Japan, New Zealand, 10 rounds, middleweight division. Our next bout to the stage, 8 rounds in the featherweight division, former world title challenger out of Cartagena, Colombia. 20-1 with 18 KOs, knockout artist Miguel Marriaga facing off against the fighter from one of the hotbeds of the sport, Tijuana, Baja California, Mexico, Guillermo Avila. Avila, Marriaga, 8 rounds featherweight division. First on the scale, this is former world title challenger Manuel Marriaga weighing in. Pardon me, Miguel Marriaga weighing in. Marriaga on the scale. (126.8), 126.8, the official weight for the former world title challenger out of Colombia, Miguel Marriaga. From Tijuana, Guillermo Avila on the scale. (128.128), the official weight for Guillermo Avila. Avila, Marriaga, 8 rounds in the featherweight division, once again being broadcast worldwide on our digital stream, toprank.com. Our next bout to the stage, 8 rounds in the super lightweight division. Undefeated at 16-0 with 9 KOs out of Waldorf, Maryland, Michael, yes indeed, Reed, facing off against the fighter out of Minneapolis, Minnesota, Rondale Hubert, Hubert Reed. It is 8 rounds in the super lightweight division. First to weigh in, the undefeated Michael, yes indeed, Reed. Reed on the scale. 140.6 pounds, 140.6. For the fighter putting his undefeated record on the line tomorrow night, Michael, yes indeed, Reed. Rondale Hubert weighing in. (142.6 pounds, 142.6, the official weight for Rondale Hubert. Hubert Reed on the undercard tomorrow night, the Thomas and Mack Center. Make sure you get your tickets, get there early. Some of the top young talent being showcased tomorrow night against their toughest opposition to date. It is the Thomas and Mack Center. Our next bout weighing in, 8 rounds in the welterweight division, former 2-time Olympian, fighting out of Oxnard, California, 9-0, 8 KOs, the Mean Machine, Egidius Kavalauskas, facing off against a fighter out of Struthers, Ohio, Jake Juricio. Juricio Kavalauskas, 8 rounds in the welterweight division. First weighing in, ladies and gentlemen, 2-time Olympian, Egidius Kavalauskas on the scale. 147.4 pounds, 147.4 for the two-time Olympian Egidius Kavalauskas. Jake Juricio weighing in. 146.8 pounds, 146.8, the official weight for Jake Juricio. Once again, scheduled for a distance of 8 rounds in the welterweight division. Egidius Kavalauskas putting his undefeated 9-0, 8 KO record on the line against his toughest opponent to date out of Struthers, Ohio, the hard-hitting Jake Juricio. Our final bout to the stage, 4 rounds in the super welterweight division. Making his pro debut out of Houston, Texas, Jesse Garcia. Facing off against a fighter entering the ring for the second time as a pro, also from the great state of Texas, San Antonio, Rodolfo Zamora. Zamora Garcia, 4 rounds, super welterweight division, first on the scale. Making his debut as a professional here in the capital of boxing, Jesse Garcia to weigh in. Garcia on the scale. $130.4 pounds, 130.4, the official weight. With a fighter jumping right into the big leagues, making his pro debut tomorrow night here in Sin City, Jesse Garcia. From San Antonio, for the second time as a pro on the scale, Rodolfo Zamora weighing in. $129.6 pounds, 129.6 is the Texas shootout right here in Sin City, Las Vegas, Nevada, from San Antonio. Rodolfo Zamora facing off against a fighter making his pro debut out of Houston, Jesse Garcia. 4 rounds or less, super welterweight division. Again, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you get your tickets, get there early. Some of the top prospects in the sport getting showcased on the undercard. Make sure you see it live tomorrow night as the Thomas and Mack Center. Proudly presented to you by Bob Arum's Top Rank Incorporated. La Cerveza Tecate, the taste of triumph. Our host, Win Las Vegas. And again, once again, the venue, it is Thomas and Mack Center. The undercard is on toprank.com. Our co-feature and our main event going live worldwide on HBO. Christina, that does conclude our weigh-in. Back to you.
I don't know. There's not much more to say. Thank you, Lupe, so much. We hope to see you guys tomorrow. As you saw before, Brandon Rios still has 0.2 to lose, 1 hour to lose it. So he will be back on the scale within an hour. We will keep you posted on toprank.com with the latest on the fight, but it's going down from the Thomas and Mack tomorrow night. Watch our live stream on toprank.com starting live at 3:30 p.m. Pacific, and then switch it on over at 6:30 p.m. to HBO World Championship Boxing. For Lupe Contreras, I'm Christina Poncher, and we'll see you tomorrow.